Hello everyone, welcome to The Barn, where we party hard but hustle harder. As we do every Monday, today we're analyzing a business model of how to start a video gaming arcade if you're interested in that. As we did last week, we went over the barbershop video. We're going to give you everything you need to know. From the initial capital expenditure you need to invest to start this business, to how much expenses you could have to run it from month to month, the possible incomes you could make, and how to expand this business or scale it up for the future. To start with, without wasting any much time, the capital expenditure, you need a nice, good LED or a screen with color and good audio. I recommend spending at least $100 on this. Of course, in the long term, you're going to get a better screen, but this can work just fine as long as the people can clearly see the characters that are on the screen. Then your biggest asset that you want to invest into is a gaming console. I recommend getting a second-hand one, as these consoles that are with branded names such as Xbox or PlayStation, the latest one, you could get a second-hand one for $500, where a new one would be anywhere between $800 to $1,000 depending on where you're looking for. And as long as you test it out and see it's working fine, there's no reason, if you get it from a reputable person, $500 should be good enough. Then the next two games you want to get, which should cost you $100, we've seen the most popular games on a poll we did are FIFA and Call of Duty by far. First-person shooter games or some sort of sports game will work just fine. Just that these are the two most popular games in their given niches. Next, you need to get an extra controller. As you know, sometimes you'll have two people play. $50, you should get one just fine. Next, you want to spend $20 on your regular cabling, from the extension cable to put it into the wall, the HDMI cable, or whatever other little cablings you have. Then next, as I mentioned in my barber chair video, you want to get two very nice cushioned chairs for your clients to have, feel like they're playing in a very quality environment. Any two plastic chairs, if you must, will work, but you don't want to seem so unprofessional from the get-go. And as it is, this is not a very capital intensive business, so at least spend $50 on a good chair, and so get two of them at $100. This brings you to $870. Additionally, you want at least 6 months of expenses before going into this full time, because you can't just quit your job and expect that everything will go perfect. Things outside your control. What if you don't meet the incomes? What if you have to close down for whatever reason? You want to still be okay. If you already have an old gaming console, even if it's not the latest one, for example, an older version of the PlayStation or Xbox, great. Just start with that, as you don't want to invest anything extra, but this is on an assumption you have nothing. The next topic we need to go over are what are your monthly expenses. Now, for this business, you just need a place for running it. With $200, you could get a nice apartment room, or you could get a place near a bus station or near a school place. Just a nice little room to fit the two chairs, and the TV will do fine in the beginning. You don't spend so much on this. A pro tip when it comes to location for this sort of business, especially because when you're starting, you're not going to be so unique. You want to be the first person in that area, and you want to pick a place with a lot of traffic. Near bus stations, near university campuses, near a place where a school is a great place. To start off with, $200 will work just fine. Then you'll be running the TV full time. You'll probably have some lights in your room. So let's estimate your electricity bill for this business is going to be quite high, at least $100 per month. Finally, you want to be earning from this business. Now, in the beginning, it's not the most glamorous business, so you can expect to take away $300. It could be more or less depending on how much you save. But as a beginning business person, we don't advise you to draw everything out of your business, so that you can have some retained earnings for future growth and expansion, as we'll mention later on. I know $300 doesn't excite everyone when they think about starting a business, but know that this is just the start. And as we expand and grow, this will be far, far bigger in the future. This is just enough to meet your basic needs and wants, and I'm sure you could live on this income if you really had to. Finally, let's allocate $20 for miscellaneous expenditure, such as repair and maintenance, a control not working so you have to fix it, something comes, so let's just put $20 for that. And then finally, you want to put $30 for marketing. Now, you can run a perfectly good Facebook campaign. If you guys want a video on this, you didn't let me know last time, let me know and we'll do a specific video just on this. But a nice marketing strategy, if you create nice posters showing people that this is your place and show them that you're running tournaments and have an active fan base, as I'll explain later on in this video, through marketing, you could really get the word of mouth going so that people know that you're in the market and so that you can get that initial traffic as no one knows you. And then later on, you can even reduce on this marketing budget or depending on how you want to scale it up. So we can say that our expenses are a nice around $600. Now let's talk about your incomes. Let's say you charge $1 for every game someone plays, and you can run about 5 games per hour. This is on the lower side. I'm sure you could push to 6, 7, 8, 9, and possibly 10. But for the sake of this argument, let's just say the lowest number, 5 games per hour, and you work 8 hours per day. And trust me, this is on the lower end. You could possibly make more. Assuming you run your business for the 24 days, business days in a month, giving room for weekends, this gives you $1,000 total income, which makes you have a yearly income of $12,000. So the next thing, let's create your P&L. So from the previous chapter, your income per year is $12,000 and your expenses per month is $650, giving you $7,800 of expenses for a year. This leaves you with a profit before tax, subtracting the expense from the income of $4,200. Then let's assume the global average tax rate of 25%. You want to check with your local tax and auditor to make sure that you're complying, because I cannot give you the definite rate. But let's assume for the sake of this argument, you spend 25% of your profit as taxation. This will leave you a profit after taxation of $3,150, which is more than enough to expand and scale this business up. So let's dive a bit into this. To expand, initially, you want to get a better room and get better lighting and make it seem a bit more futuristic. Like, you know, those flexible LED lights that change color, those work well. Furthermore, at a certain location, I believe that you could scale it up to at least 2 screens running simultaneously. And as explained before, the math is the same. Just get another screen, another chair. The good thing about expanding in a given region is your fixed costs such as rent won't go up, leaving you with an even bigger profit margin. The next thing you want to do, you could consider, is setting up another location. A cool way of handling this is giving subscriptions to your gaming arcade, such that anyone who has this membership card could either play at location A or B, which creates a small niche community who love you. Another way of expanding inside your business is sell snacks or games. Games is even a better option. Yes, it may be a bit more expensive to get your initial inventory, but think about it. The people who come into your arcade already love the games and are probably the ones who could buy those discs, the consoles, even possibly the screens from you. But if you don't get too much into trading, at least sell snacks. And then using the idea of earlier, by getting the subscription service and offering discounts to your customers, you're able to close in a few niche members of a group into your community. Later on, you could release like NFTs around your business, and the sky is literally the limit. Just know that this is a beginner level video, but there's no reason why you can't have a line of video game arcades around the country which has an arcade section and a snack section. I mean, the sky is the limit. Don't go with the amount of money you're earning in the beginning. Just consider that this is a possible business avenue where you could be profitable. Another tip for beginners, you want to be holding events at your gaming arcade, such as tournaments for FIFA or Call of Duty. These don't need to be big. It can just be like 5 or 6 people who register, and by that you build hype around your place and show people that there's something new and exciting to look forward to forever. As mentioned earlier, also choosing a prime location is so important in this business, especially in the beginning when there's very little you can do to be unique. But finally, the biggest point I'll give you is be patient. Initially, setting up your first station may take some time. The second one, a bit longer. But I'm confident that growth is exponential, as I told you, because your fixed costs stay constant. You're constantly able to make bigger and bigger profit margins and subsequently invest into even more and get tons of benefits such as economies of scale to make this a full-time income that earns you as a business $10,000, $20,000 per month. There's no reason why this shouldn't be the case. Anyways, guys, I hope this has provided some value to you. And if you've been interested in this business model, I really hope that you're going to take some actions and know that you're not limitless. If you're not interested in starting a gaming arcade, I do run over several business models. As you'll see in the end screen, you can check out my video on how to start a barbershop. Let me know down in the comments below any particular business model that you want me to handle. Next week, we're going to possibly do one on dog breeding or a bakery or something that comes to my interest. But if any of you want anything particular, let me know down below. Or if you need me to elaborate on any of the figures, or if you disagree with anything I've said, discussion is up to you guys. Let's make this an interactive community. If I haven't reminded you already, hit the subscribe and push bell notification button so you don't miss out business models like this every single week and tons of other content every single weekday. For now, guys, happy Monday. Hope this video made you happy. And for now,